This is the 2009 Missing Out Finals. I've slowed the video down to half speed so it's easier to see what's happening. Missing out is quite simple. At the end of each scored lap, the slowest rider is removed from the field. However, the last rider is determined by the back of the rear tire as opposed to the front of the front tire as it is in most races. In the initial heats, the fastest 2 riders or fastest 3 riders advance to the next round. In the finals, there are usually 6 riders. 3 are eliminated 1 lap at a time, and the 3 remaining riders sprint for first, second, and third places. The race starts with a neutral lap, as you can see in the video. All that means is that no rider will be removed at the end of that lap. There are no other implications. The fastest rider from the previous heats gets the inside position, and it moves out in order from there. On the first lap, the inside person is Christy Hewitt, who sets the pace. For that 1 lap, no one can pass her. The other riders may move around as they wish, they just cannot pass Christy until the completion of the neutral lap, which is when the race begins. Looking at the flag, you can see that there is some wind as you go into turn 3. You can see that everyone is pretty much maintaining their position around the track. They are just chilling out before the race begins, going up the backstretch at an easy pace. As they come out of turn 4, they are pretty wide, which is not that smart, because the closer you are to the inside, the shorter your race is. But remember, be towards the front at the start. Better outside in the front than inside at the back. But just don't be really wide. So everyone gets to the start line in good order and the race starts. As they go into turn 1, riders start to look for good positions. Those positions are in the very front or close to the front on the outside. But don't be way outside because you don't want to waste energy taking a longer path around the track. As each lap is completed and the riders reduced, your position becomes more critical. If there is wind, some riders will get behind others and draft. The rider who is seated second, starting next to Christy, is Sonia Arneson, and she is doing just that. As they go into turns 3 and 4, you can see things start to break out, but Sonia is still on Christy's wheel. As they enter turn 4, the people in the back start to make their moves. The riders in the front are pretty close together, so the people in the back have to go to the outside and go around them to get to the front, and do so in a turn, which is even harder. You can see how wide these riders are. Christy is just maintaining a fast pace with Sonia behind her. As they approach the line, Christy slows down just a bit, forcing Sonia to slow down too. And because of that, Sonia, the second fastest person coming into the finals, is eliminated first. Christy didn't have to be the first person to the line, she just could not be the last. But Sonia's decision to sit on her wheel with no place to go was an event killer. She gets called out and must exit the track. Many riders will get to the line and ease up to recover a little bit. However, you should maintain the momentum you gained out of turn 4 and use it to improve your position as you approach turn 1. So now we're down to 5 riders. Christy still leads, setting a quick pace and always speeds up as she approaches turn 3. In this event, you need to be in a secure position when you go into turn 3, not turn 4. You cannot be moving into your position in a turn. You must be in your position before the turn. This is very, very important. You cannot race to your position. You must race from your position, and you must have that position going into turn 3. As they come out of turn 4, a rider in back in the white jersey moves quickly to the outside, thinking she can make this move and still have time to get to the front. She gets lucky, but this is a rare exception. She took a longer path when everyone was speeding up, so she must sprint or she's going to get called out. Lucky for her, another rider made the same mistake as Sonia did. The rider in the purple and white jersey got caught just like Sonia did, and now she's out too. Note that the rider in white used a very bad strategy, and it should be avoided. She was racing to her position, not from her position. She stayed in because she had a clear path in front of her. The purple girl on the inside didn't. Without that girl in purple, the white girl is out. So now everyone is lined up for the next lap. Again, watch the girl in white who's still in the back. She starts to move up only when she's halfway up the backstretch. But just as she starts to move, Christy speeds up too. And while everyone reacts slowly, they do indeed react. The girl in white is tired from that sprint she had to do last lap, and that will take its toll now. She has to get into her position by turn 3, but she can't. She just runs out of gas trying to do that and will get called out. Now, because these are the finals, there's a neutral lap, and then the remaining 3 riders do a 1-lap sprint for first, second, and third. In the individual heats, there is no neutral lap before the finish. You can see that Christy does not slow down when she crosses a line that starts the neutral lap. She actually speeds up, which was exactly the plan. But she stays in the saddle not to be obvious. The other riders chill out for a moment, thinking that the neutral lap means that you're going to go at an easy pace and then sprint the last lap, but that's not the case here. Christy ends up with a great lead going into the final sprint lap and just keeps sprinting. She rode harder and smarter. Christy starts the last lap with a significant lead, hammers, and wins by a large margin. She was very, very strong and very, very smart. Watch the crowd stare at her as she goes up the backstretch, alone. People complained that she cheated, but she knew the rules and it paid off. The key to this event is position and being smart. If you are good in both areas, you will have a great event. Being smart always pays off. Being in a good position provides more opportunities to be smart. And our goal for you is to be very, very smart indeed.